Fake records.
You're listening to Cold Ones with Marc and Matty Ice. What we're going to do right now is we're going to get into a little miscellaneous going around in the sports world. You know, you got some baseball hot stove. First and foremost, Yankees completing a blockbuster deal that nets them Curtis Granderson, fills a gaping hole in the outfield. They did have to give up some players, though. They gave up a top prospect in Austin Jackson. A lot of people project him to be, or were projecting him to be the future of the Yankees outfield. They gave up a Phil Koch, who was a good reliever last year. Detroit pretty much makes out. They get a good prospect from the Diamondbacks, Max Scherzer, throws 100 miles per hour. They get Austin Jackson. Diamondbacks, their main centerpiece of the deal, they get Edwin Jackson from the Tigers, a good young pitcher. Mark, we're both Yankee fans here. How do you feel about the addition of Granderson?
I feel pretty good, but, you know, I'm a Yankee fan who's pretty hip to what's going on, so...
He's with it.
As a Yankee fan, I'm not surprised at all. This didn't, ruffle my feathers at all. I'm used to this happening. I'm used to Brian Cashman and the Yankee staff going out there and making the deals, getting the good players. I tell you what, I wouldn't expect anything less than Curtis Granderson.
I think it's good. I think the good teams get better, obviously. I think Detroit has a lot to build on now. I think the Diamondbacks did something in the NL, which you need. You get pitching. They also got Ian Kennedy from the Yankees, excuse me.
I'll tell you something right now. Look for Jackson to be a potential Cy Young out there in the National League.
Edwin Jackson, a good young pitcher in the AL. He'll go to the NL, and he'll be even better.
I'll tell you right now, I've had the pleasure of going out to Arizona and going to that stadium, a beautiful stadium. We talk about Edwin Jackson, what he did with the Tigers this year, goes to a bigger ballpark. In Arizona, he has the stuff. National League, historically an easier league to pitch in. You heard it right here. Place your bets in Vegas. I'm giving Edwin Jackson the early nod to win the Cy Young as a sleeper next year.
And on the other side of the token, a lot of people are going to say, well, Austin Jackson for the Yankees, he's a 5-tool player, yada, yada. He's going to fill a lot of holes. Let me just make an analogy for it. I'm a big video game guy. I play a lot of baseball video games. And I would assemble these trades. I would look at my farm system. I would try to get this all-star team in the video game, obviously. And then I would say,
you weren't confident enough in your own talent to just play with the regular guys.
Well, it's not that. It's just more fun. It's just more fun when you assemble the all-star team. And, well, I'm not confident enough in my talent. So
right.
I would start putting together these trades, and I could get this pitcher. I'm going to get Lincecum. I'm going to get Halladay. Right. And I was, well, do I really want to give up these prospects? In a video game, I was thinking this. Yeah. I was thinking in a video game, this guy's going to be good in a couple years. I could develop him. And then after a while,
you're such a sick video game player that you play multiple years.
Then after a while...
162 game season.
After a while, I start thinking, you're an idiot. You're not going to play these seasons. Trade for these guys now and just to have fun. That's kind of my opinion right now with the Yankees.
That could be it.
You trade for Curtis Granderson, a guy who a couple years ago, he had 20 home runs, 20 doubles, 20 triples, 20 stolen bases. He was all over the place, got a great glove. Okay, Austin Jackson, you'll be good. You're 22 right now. You'll be real good, but you're not going to come into New York and make a difference like an established Curtis Granderson could.
Austin Jackson is not a can't-miss prospect like Curtis Granderson is right now. Curtis Granderson, some say he's the best center fielder in the game.
Yeah.
He is a can't-miss right now. The Yankees, you got to respect them, love them or hate them. A lot of our listeners hate them. A lot of people like me love them. With that being said, got to respect the Yankees. They have a James Bond mentality. License to kill. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Absolutely.
That's how you have to win in this game. I love the way they do this. If they can possibly get Halladay from St. Louis, he's a big dude. I had the pleasure of also seeing him in person in San Diego when St. Louis went to San Diego. He is an enormous human being. He's about 6'6".
About the size of a Frigidaire.
Yeah, he's big, and he would be a
good. He'll replace Damon very well in left field.
Right.
So here's, if I'm the Yankees, coming off a World Series, okay, you got a couple more prospects. You got a good catcher down there, Jesus Montero, who's 20 years old. who
Right.
won't be coming up anytime soon.
He's a baby.
Right.
He's a baby.
Jorge's got 2 more years on his contract. Not going to be coming up soon. Trade Montero. Go after Halliday. Get 3 more rings. Reload. Repeat.
And that's what they have to do.
Oh, and it's bad for baseball. The Yankees are bad for baseball. No.
Listen, we say it all the time, but show some guts. Go out there and make a move. Don't get Boof Bonzer like the Red Sox did. What is that?
Boof Bonzer. Yeah, you're making a big-time play there.
What are you doing? What are you thinking? I know you got your suite and you bring your ladies into your suite, your Theo Epstein. Show some guts. And trade a player. Trade Uke away.
Oh, come
Trade
on.
him. If you wouldn't do it because you got this loyalty thing and Uke, I'm a fireman, I'm an idiot. If you could trade Uke away for Pujols, you probably wouldn't do it.
I don't know.
You wouldn't do it.
Here's my theory about Red Sox fans. They ran Nomar out of town.
Red Sox Nation.
They ran Nomar out of town. They run Pedro out of town.
That Nation doing now has been burned to the ground by Papelbon.
Varitek, they're on Varitek's back. Last year, Big Poppy gets a curtain call every time he hits a freaking pop fly.
It's a big deal for Poppy to get a base hit these days, you know. When Manny isn't on steroids anymore, they ran him out of town because they knew he was on steroids. You know, write that book. You know, we know you're on steroids, Manny. So leave town.
So here's my opinion on Red Sox. Oh, the Yankees are just going to buy another series. Well, you still watch, don't you? You still watch when the Yankees get all these players. Look at the World Series ratings, highest they've been in years. Why? Yankees win the World Series.
People love to see the villain win, and we spoke about that before.
The bad guy wins.
If there's a bad guy, if there's a Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard, if the Yankees are in the title, if the Lakers are in the NBA Finals, people will watch more because people like to see the villain go down. If there was no Joker, there would be no Batman.
We're getting fired up right now about baseball. It's December. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Spring training just around the corner.
You know what else gets me fired up?
What's that?
Gambling. And my producer Danielle's whispering in my ear that we're kind of running out of time here, so I'll just recap quickly. Matty Ice was 3-0. He's now 3-3. I was 0-3. Now I'm 2-4. Real quick, Matty Ice gonna give your picks. Who do you got this week? Make these people some money. Help them bust their bookie up.
All right, got the guarantees here. You got the Broncos at the Colts. I think we already said Colts going to go undefeated for the rest of the season. I think this is just going to be a simple game for them. Peyton Manning's going to have his way like he has his way with a lot of teams. Broncos have been playing better. They dismantled the Giants and the Chiefs in a row, but I think they hit a roadblock with the Colts here. -7. Colts win by 21, I'd say. Colts in a rout here. Titans against the Rams. Titans they had the good win streak going. They lose pretty handedly to the Colts last weekend, but I think they're on the rebound again. Vince Young, pick him up for fantasy. He's going to have a field day with the St. Louis defense. Titans are -13 here. I think the Titans win by 24. Now you got the you got the Redskins against the Oakland Raiders. Redskins got to go across the country. Coming off a heartbreaking loss, they should have, by all accounts, beaten the Saints, but they're going to rebound. They're a pretty good defense. We already documented that, number 1 in the NFC East. They're going to come. They're going to go in -1. They're going to get this win. They're going to figure out the enigma that is Bruce Gradkowski, the flash in the pan fourth quarter guy. They're going to get the win. Mark?
I'm going to tell you right now, go real quick. I know Matty Ice has to explain every little thing about his picks just so he can convince himself of the picks mostly. I'm just going to give you the names because I know I trust myself. Baltimore's playing the Lions. Baltimore will win this game by 40. They're only -13. It should be 39 to spread because they're going to win by 40. Baltimore is going to win that game. San Diego getting 3 from Dallas. Dallas, complete losers. Tony Romo, a complete bust. He'll probably get injured in this game or throw a few picks. I'll take San Diego +3 at Jerry World. And Matt, I'm going to go against you. Oakland, Bruce Gradkowski. They play hard for this man. Redskins coming off a terrible loss. Oakland coming off the best win of their season. They will continue on that high horse. Oakland gets the cover. To recap, Baltimore, San Diego, Oakland. Make some money, boys.
For me, you got the Colts, the Titans, and the Redskins.
Good luck with those 3 losers, Matt. That's all the time we have for today. Another great episode of Cold Ones with Marc and Matty Ice. Special thanks to Jake for the question on You Bet Your Life and all the good folks here at Cold Ones. For Matt Gelka, the Iceman, I'm Mark Verderam, reminding you the less you bet, the more you lose when you win.
Cheers, folks.